Art styles you would typically see around on social media would be anime art styles, or stylized, or human realism, which are amazing art styles. And then comes the more niche ones. See, I had a conversation with a friend of mine not too long ago about art styles, and he said something I couldn't quite get off my mind. My art style was unique, and not everybody's gonna like that. And I don't know why that bothered me until now. I've always wanted to make art that others want to look at and feel inspired by, the same way I was inspired and followed creators like Parallel or Blue Biscuit or Sam Does Art. And all that time, I looked at my own art and I was just questioning why people didn't like my art. And now I kind of understand it to some extent. This isn't self-hatred, I think. It's more so confusion and discontent with it. I've become discontent with my skills, where I stand. And I've tried to study anatomy, tried to study references, but the style I have is very different from what a lot of typical art styles do. And I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. I want people to like my art, of course, but I also want to stand out. So where does that leave me? I think one thing with online and social media is so much of the art that you see that's pushed out is art that people find pleasing and good to look at, that's skilled and amazing, and a lot of it can seem repetitive because you keep seeing the same type of art styles, very human realism or very stylized. And then there's those artists who aren't as recognized but who do amazing art, but because their style isn't what the common audience would like, they get kind of, in a sense, like, how do I explain it? Like, you're in a crowd and everybody's looking for this one person and you're just there, kind of thing, you know? And I don't know what to call it or how to deal with that sort of thing. So I thought I would actually just come on here and rant about it, because this channel is about me talking about things I like and enjoy, and those days isn't a I enjoy particularly topic. It is one that is important to talk about, and one I think is important to discuss with other artists alike, because it is probably a common problem I've seen across social medias, all the Instagram pages and Twitter and Blue Sky. Because it's curated to my style, I do see a lot of stylized options, but if I would just go offline or not log in, I would probably see a lot more anime. And that's not to say that anime art styles are bad. I love anime art styles. I watch anime all the time. But isn't it kind of weird in a sense? No hate to anyone though. No hate to anyone. I think this is more of thought. A thought for the food for thought, I think. And that's the saying. I don't remember the saying. And a lot of fandoms I see that put out art, like amazing art, are typically for animes. So of course the anime style is going to be prevalent. But it does remind me of the digital circus art style, which I really had a really bad issue with because it was very cartoony, which was something I wasn't used to, and I didn't know how to translate it to my own style, so I kind of just never made any art for it, despite being a furry artist, because I'm not good enough to translate my art style accurately onto another media in that sense. But when I look at all the amazing digital circus art, yes, there's some that are humanized, of course, but there's also art that's in the style of the show, and I can't help but feel so jealous of the people who can do that sort of thing, translate their own preference and art style onto another, I guess, in a sense, like put the two together, like mash them together, like photo mashing. And I guess my comment this kind of, to the YouTube algorithm is comment if you have an uncommon art style, and for those who have common art styles, comment your tips on how to deal with social media pressure like that, because we're all in the same box. And of course, there's no hate to anyone. I think this is a learning opportunity of what can help and what can make us better artists, honestly. And a couple of the tips I will leave is, I've noticed a lot of people like interactive art, like posting your random being like thoughts, or I did this and this and this, what do you think, or adding a piece of dialogue to it, I guess that sounds, giving it something to think about, to get interactions. But aside from that, subscribe, follow my TikTok, Blue Sky. I have an Instagram now, and just leave down your comments down below, because I generally feel like this is a problem not a lot of people talk about for some reason. Anyway, subscribe and have a good day. Thank you so much for sitting here and listening to my dumbass ramble for 6 minutes. Bye.